Nowhere near the ball, is he? See the Portuguese
iPhone connected.
There are plenty more of them actually in that traditional dress. It looks wonderful with the flags down at the front. I'd say about 25 or 30 have just arrived, all dressed fabulously. I'm afraid I don't know enough about it to know the significance of the dress, but it's really something to look at. I love that they made the effort as well, such a pride in their country. There's Jonatas Noro. He'll be kicking himself. He'll know deep down he shouldn't have made that challenge. Jose Silva with the crossfield ball. I tell you, there's an intensity about the Venezuelans here. I'm looking at some of the coaching staff, the players, they don't like the fact they were beaten by Canada, then lost to Cote d'Ivoire here. Not really would have left them smarting. So they're a proud footballing country, Venezuela. They might not have done too much over the years, but remember they had that exceptional time of it in the Under-17 World Cup in 2017. Lost to England in the final. It was a great achievement. They got to the final here as well. Runners up in the Under-20 World Cup too. This is a really good side. And a lot of those players have graduated now. So they're not here to make up the numbers or lose every game. Player injured over on the far side. Apparently, the wonderfully dressed Portuguese people away to my left did a performance at half-time in Avignon. So maybe we're being treated to that again. And the costumes they're wearing, the outfits they're wearing, used to be worn in the fields to work in, and the people would dance afterwards. Now, time for a cooling break here. Where the player went over in the background. Got the drum out now, down to my left. Quite a strong Portuguese community in this part of the world, and I suspect that's the link. So vital now, even at this later stage in the day at 5-7, to take on that water. There's the Portuguese delegation watching on. Here's the penalty again. And here's the conversion of it. Really good penalty by Diego Clau. It's interesting how, watch enough young players take penalties, you realise which countries and which clubs practice them and which players. It's amazing how often players don't look like they practice them. There they are. It's great unless you're sitting next to him. Something quite incongruous about seeing the lady in the hat and the skirt on a mobile phone away to the right. Approaching the half hour, Venezuela still lead by 1-0. Back on an okay is Fabio Balde. There's Jonatas Noro. Mendonça. That's better, lofted through. This should be the equalising goal, and he misses the chance, Nogueira. Really good opportunity. Just didn't get the weight of it right, not even close. Great play there to set it up for Mendonça. That's quite a simple lob, I would say, but he got far too much on it. He waited a bit too long, maybe. Used to take it earlier. Missed that by quite a long way, up into the clear blue sky. David Rodriguez. See Lozano getting involved there. Another of the Deportivo Táchira players. She scored in the final game of the domestic season. Nogueira fouled. Always great to see a young player calling for his opponent to be booked like that, just like Nogueira did anyway. Ochoa. Hernandez does go into the book. Not much in that, just a push really. He wasn't grabbing hold of him, but anyway.
Back.
"15 minutes remain in this first half. Jose Silva takes the throw, and need to be watchful with that. The goalkeeper, it was hooked across by Thiago Freitas, but lovely clear blue sky all around Aubagne. Beautiful sight of the Col de Garlabon. Some great peaks in this area if you like your walking and your climbing. The Saint-Victoire, the famous one above Aix-en-Provence, where Cézanne used to do so much work. Where Cézanne eventually met his end. Charlie Vegas with the touch. Now Portugal looking to counter. Fabio Balde. Given away by Mendonça. Martin Ferreira. And here's Jose Silva. Slip forward to Mendonça. Pulled in by Jose Silva. And Martin Ferreira, who's a lovely player to watch, controlled midfield player. One of the very brightly coloured local trams goes across the bridge just behind where this corner's being taken. You can just see it there in the distance. Beautiful timing there from our director as the cross is swung in beyond everybody. Less beautiful timing with the taking of the corner, to be honest. Well, that's going to find its way through, and it's another chance, and it's a complete miscue. Martin Ferreira read it really well to get on the end of it, and then he made such a mess of the finish. With a flash point. French referee right on top of things. The yellow card was shown to Torrealba. Forward by Thiago Freitas. Portugal are getting a little bit frustrated here by Venezuela. You'd still actually fancy Portugal to go on and find a way to win it, but they've had chances and not taken them, and 10 minutes to go until half-time, and there's always that threat. I think Venezuela will need another goal, but if they got it, it would become very interesting. There's Noro. Spread wide here for Jose Silva. As well to shove Torrealba out of the way, and keeps going here, Jose Silva. I think that ball's out of play. Yeah. Just ran out of play in the end. Now then, Clout with a chance to break, and Clout taken out, and that has to be a card for Sampaio. Maybe more pertinently, it's a free kick in a dangerous area. Good running, isn't it? It's gone across and half fouled, half obstructed him in the end. Gustavo Lozano is going to take the free kick. Could they grab a second? Oh, great delivery! Oh, what a chance! Flag was up anyway. Didn't defend it well, and it was well worked. Jose Rivas arriving. He'll be quite thankful the flag had gone up. There's Noro. Oh, dancing through. Portugal under pressure again. That's a big, big moment. Excellent save from João Afonso. Lozano with a huge chance here. Portugal were caught square. Poor defensively again, but the keeper does well to get a strong hand on that. Doesn't just save it, but he pushes it far enough away from the on-rushing players. But Portugal under pressure. I don't think too many people expected this. Youth football, though, can be like this. Just look at that youth league and see some of the results. A yellow card for something someone said down on the bench. The coach, I think, of Venezuela, Tolosano, has been booked, yeah. I always think that's particularly disappointing in a youth game. You should be setting an example, especially if you're booked for something you said. I mean,